Sean.
What?
Run here.
Oh, my bad. And welcome to the Mornwood TV News. I'm Sean Kingston.
And I am Ari Gold. Today we have a special guest on our show tonight, Margaret Atwood.
That's right, Ari. We are celebrating Margaret's 70th birthday today.
Yes, that's right. 70 years ago, on November 18th, Margaret Atwood was born. Now, so what has Atwood contributed to the world, some people might ask?
I'm in your class. That's a good question, Ari. You mean except for the facts that she's a fox?
Stone Cold Fox.
Stone Cold!
Yes, indeed. Well, Atwood is very famous for her blatant feminism.
Margaret Atwood writes a lot of poetry about the female body. The female body demonstrates the unbreakable connection between Earth and women. Proof of women's vulnerability and mortality. While the female body can represent continuity, sensual pleasure, and self-reliance, in most of Atwood's work, there is some disjunction between substance and spirit.
But enough talk. Let's get down to business.
You're way too beautiful, girls. That's why you'll never
Okay. Roll the clip. Born in Ottawa, Ontario, Atwood is the second of 3 children of Carl Edmund Atwood, an entomologist, and Margaret Dorothy Killam, a former dietitian and nutritionist. Due to her father's ongoing research in forest entomology, Atwood spent much of her childhood in the backwoods of northern Quebec and back and forth between Ottawa and Sault Ste. Marie and Toronto. She did not attend school full-time until she was 11 years old. She became a voracious reader of literature, Dell pocketbook mysteries, Grimm fairy tales, Canadian animal stories, and comic books. She attended Leaside High School in Leaside, Toronto, and graduated in 1957. Atwood began writing at age 6 and realized she wanted to write professionally when she was 16 years old. In 1957, she began studying at Victoria University in the University of Toronto. Her professors include J. McPherson and Northrop Frye. She graduated in 1961 with a Bachelor of Arts in English. She also graduated with honors, and she minored in philosophy and French. In late 1961, after winning the E.G. Pratt Medal for her privately printed book of poems, Double Persephone, she began graduate studies at Harvard's Radcliffe College with a Woodrow Wilson Fellowship. She obtained a master's degree from Radcliffe in 1962 and pursued further graduate studies at Harvard University for 2 years, but never finished because she never completed a dissertation of the English metaphysical romance in 1967. She is taught at the University of British Columbia, Sir George Williams University in Montreal, the University of Alberta, York University in Toronto, and New York University, where she was Berg Professor of English.
Scene 5, take 2, action.
Okay, Sean, and of course we have our special guest tonight, Maggie Atwood live on Saturday night, province of Ottawa, talking with our street anchor, Val Kilmer.
Hi, Ari. We're sitting here live from Miss Atwood's basement.
Hello, Ari, miss.
Hi, Mags.
Don't call her that. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, what can you tell us about yourself, Miss Atwood? Please omit what was shown in the previous passage.
Well, Mr. Batman, sir, I have created my own invention. It is called
The long pen.
invention I created. It is a device that allows me to sign an autograph in a foreign city or foreign town, yes, without actually being in the Pacific location.
Well, how exactly does it work?
Well, I can sit at my home with my special electronic pen. When I write with the magically electronic pen, it sends electronic waves to the machine located wherever I'm supposed to be, which I won't be, autographing.
Well, it brings up the good question. How do people know you are actually signing the autographs?
That's a good question, Batman. Too good. Well, you must know, there's a live streaming video, yes, of me signing the paper, which is used to reassure people are getting the real thing and not someone else's signature but me. Margaret Atwood's signature.
Well, there you have it. A detailed retelling of Miss Atwood's personal life. Now back to Sean Kingston for a special retelling. This poem is one of Miss Atwood's allegedly controversial poems.
The woman in the spiked device that locks around the waist and between the legs with holes in it like a tea strainer. This is Exhibit A.
The woman in the black with a net window to see through and a 4-inch wooden peg jammed up between her legs so she can get raped is Exhibit B.
Exhibit C is the young girl dragged into the bush by the midwives and made to sing while they scrape the flesh from in between her legs. Then tie her thigh till she scabs over and is called healed. Now she can be married. For each childbirth, they'll cut her open, then sew her up. Men like tight women, the ones that die carefully and are buried.
The next exhibit lies flat on her back while 80 men, I said 80 men a night, move through her 10 an hour. She looks at the ceiling, listens to the door open and close. A bell rings. Ring, 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 ring. Nobody knows how she got there.
You'll notice that what they have in common is between the legs. Is this why wars are fought? Enemy territory, no man's land, to be entered furtively, fenced, but never fought.
And next, we want to find out what you think about the poem.
Yeah.